Hello everybody, it's the Rodney425 here, bringing you another video, and today, welcome to episode 2 of the R6 Siege Bootcamp. Today, we're taking a look at another aspect of the game that's super important, and that is setting up site. Now, how I'm going to describe this one and explain it to you is by going into a ranked match, okay? And every defense round, I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and we're going to take a look at my teammates, seeing what they're doing, if they're doing things right, if they're doing things wrong. We're going to do that for a match, and hopefully you can learn a lot of stuff about setting up site because it can give you a super advantage. Now, as we get into a game here, I do want to explain a couple of things that are important when it comes to setting up site. One, right, your defense. The reason you have an advantage and the reason defenders usually win more rounds is because you get to set up the site the way you want it. You get to play the game for an extra 45 seconds, okay? And of course, the attackers have to come to you. You don't have to come to them, but among other things. Now, when you're solo queuing, you're most likely going to do the meta setup, okay? So how do people usually set up that site all the time? Now, if you have a 5 stack, then you can come up with your own strats and everybody usually knows what they're doing. But when you're solo queuing, you kind of have to just go with the flow and go with what's the most important, all right? So you got to keep that in mind when you're playing. So before we get into the defense round, obviously you have to go through 3 attacks here. I started on attack, but I did want to say that Theme Park, the map that we got, is one of the most defender-friendly maps in the game, if not the most. So it's really easy to set up the site. So this will be a really good opportunity to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, how to set up site, and how to give yourself an advantage. I'll see you guys when we're on defense. All right, so we're heading to defense, down 2-1, which isn't too bad for Theme Park. Okay, we still have a chance. Now, when it comes to setting up a site, all right, you want to know exactly what you want to do. Okay, I know I want to be able to stop them from getting 3 walls open. Now, in order to get 3 walls, I have to go mute. Okay, now there are workarounds to getting walls that are muted, but I think it's going to be enough given this is a solo queue match, so I'm going to go mute. I already know here in the pick phase. Okay, so he went bandit, so that makes this even better. Okay, and we got Cade. Never mind. So they're going to help me out here. All right, Cade's there. All right, so now I can pivot. Now that we have bandit and Cade, I don't need to worry about walls. I need to get drones. Okay, so now I know I need to work on getting the drones immediately, right? We want to stop them from getting information in the site. So I want to go ahead and get off doorways. My teammates are reinforcing the most important walls. That's good. Get that doorway. I know there's a drone hole over here that they like to put stuff through. So I can go ahead and put that there. All right, and I believe there's one more drone hole over here. Right here. So now they can't get drones into sight, and I did that with still 10 seconds left. That gives me time to make some head holes here so people can throw C4s. I'll put more head holes over here. So again, we can throw C4s. They're shooting their guns randomly. I don't know why. But here in solo queue, I got a few good teammates who really helped set up this site. And now we're 10 seconds into the attack phase, and we have a really good setup. Everything is completely done. All right. If everyone on the team, right, has their idea of what they want to do and does it quickly, you guys will be prepared to win the round. So I'll catch you guys on the next prep phase. Now, we did end up losing that round. It was mostly just because we were peeking unnecessary things. I died from above. It happens, okay? And I was actually surprised by where we went. I thought we were going to go here. That's where I was assuming we were going to go, and that's where we will go this time. Now, this time around, if my teammates go bandit and Cade, I'm going to switch it up and go more of a frag operator. So let's see what they end up doing here. All right, we got the Tubero. Not seeing. Okay, there we got the bandit. So I'm going to go Doc, actually. Now, important reminder to you guys that play Doc, that play Goyo, that play Vigil, Cavi. You can still set up site. You can still do things to help the team. You don't just have to run around and just shoot at random pictures on the wall. You can reinforce, believe it or not. And we're down here again. I didn't realize. But anyway, there's more that you can do than just running around shooting walls. You can actually help the team set up site. Please, guys, if you are going frag operators, help your team. It doesn't matter if you get scanned for what's his face, all right? You can still help the team. It's much more important that you're reinforcing and helping set up site versus just running around doing nothing, okay? Now I'm actually going to switch it up here. I'm going to go for a spawn peek. Sorry, Castle. I'm being a bad teammate right now, but he castled at each door. That's on him. I'm gonna go for a spawn peek. Hopefully I can get there. I will. They won't hear it. It's so far away. I should have had a kill and I messed it up, right? But again, I had a plan. I knew what I wanted to do, okay? And I will see you guys if there is another prep phase. All right, guys, here we have a 4v4 with 15 seconds left. This should be absolute chaos. All right, they get one of us. They get another.
Time expires in 10 seconds. Reloading.
He downs one. Now he gets shot, but he got the kill. He's going to shoot the planter. Now all he has to do is hide. He literally just has to hide. He peeks anyway. Don't do that what he just did there. Once he killed the planter, he should have hid because Ash could have easily killed him, but he got the kill either way. And so we're going to go to the next prep phase here, which should now be upstairs. Now, I did get a kill with Doc. I ended up dying. I really should have that spawn peek, though, and it was on their best player, too, the Thatcher. But either way, we're moving on. So now we will go this room that I thought we would go from the start. All right, now who do I want to be? Again, you have to have a plan. All right, I'm thinking Fenrir. I'm actually going to go Bandit. I'm going to give that guy a chance to play someone else. I'm a really good Bandit player, and I know the walls that are important to get. So that's what I'm going to end up doing here. And he's going to take Doc. So that works out for me. All right. I know I want to get the wall in office, I believe it is, and I need to get the room that's right outside the vault. They're both double walls. That's my objective right now in this prep phase. This wall right here, so it was initiation. So this is one I want to reinforce and put bandits on. This is not a site where I would bandit trick. This isn't one of those sites that has like one main wall that everyone goes for. So I'm going to go ahead and just do these two walls, which are reinforced, and they had to rotate there. That works perfect. So now I've completed my objective for the prep phase. So now I have 15 extra seconds to do whatever it is that the team needs, which right now looks like we need to get this reinforced and make some head holes, which I'm incapable of doing. If head holes aren't made on this wall on the right, I will end up reinforcing it. So I'll give them about 20 seconds to do that. All right, again, if there's no head holes here, this isn't really helping us having it unreinforced. So I will hopefully see you guys for another prep phase after this. All right, so we are getting another defense round. We're gonna go back down to Armory Throne Room, it looks like. So here they are bringing the Thatcher combo, the Thatcher Ace combo actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and bandit trick whatever wall. Never mind, we're going upstairs for some reason. My teammates cannot make up their mind, so we're going here. All right, they did try to get the wall. I played a little bit dumb, but I'm gonna do the same exact setup that I did last time. And like I said, luckily I have teammates who are also helping out. But there are gonna be games, right, where you go into a solo queue or a duo queue, and you're the only person setting up site, right? That's when it becomes really difficult to do what you need to do in time, right? Or maybe if you're playing an operator where you have to run around a lot, like Capkin or something like that, where there's a lot more to set up, right? That's why it's so important. You see Doc over there. He's actually put on barricades and stuff, so I can't say he's doing anything. But that's why it's so important for players like Doc and Vigil and stuff like that to set up, because they have nothing to do in the prep phase. So if you have a teammate who's playing Vigil and just running around shooting at nothing, which is what they normally do, make sure to let them know, hey, you can reinforce too. Everybody has reinforcements, okay? Because it's really important for the success of your team. So we will see here. I'm going to go ahead and let this round play out so you guys can watch, and we're going to see what ends up happening. Again, no head holes there. I'm actually going to leave that unreinforced though, and hopefully Doc or Goyo, or well, Goyo can, or Rooney makes their way over here, and I can ping it, and I'm sure they'll get the idea. But I'm going to go ahead and just let this round play out for you guys, see what ends up happening. I haven't been playing great this game, 4 and 5. Not terrible, obviously, but not great. And we're going to see what happens. I am going to put like at least some like fist holes here, so they have to at least think about it. I can have something. Now they have a Brava, so that's unfortunate. So I'm going to wait and see if I can see that drone. Now the hatch is open already. What I plan on doing here is when they drop, I'm not going to peek immediately, and then I'm going to peek from these, because they'll probably try to shoot at these first. Alright, so that guy helped finish the kill. I shot him a bunch. I knew he was right here, so I was just going to run in and knife him. But we do have the thing there. And I did end up running into that, which is alright. Lost 30 health. It is what it is. I would have definitely gotten the kill had Valkyrie not killed her. Alright, so they're taking care of business over there. I'm still just going to watch the diffuser, and bang. Alright. So having sight set up, having everyone at least on, like, a decent page, and I'm in a higher rank, so people at least have a better idea of what they're doing. You guys that are in, like, bronze and silver and stuff, it's going to be really important for you guys to set up, right, and do what needs to be done. So that might have been our last defense round. Hopefully it is, but if we do have one more, I'll come back and show you guys. So kind of what I was talking about, guys, the guy who is Vigil and Doc, they didn't do anything that prep phase. I had my drone, see right there, they're both in cafe just chilling. They helped their team out none setting up the site. The two operators that literally have no utility to put down did absolutely nothing. That is a detriment to the team. Do not be that player. Yeah, he goes for the spawn peak and gets absolutely obliterated. We all don't need to be visuals that do nothing, guys. Set up the site. Play Siege. It's Siege, not Call of Duty. Alright? Alright, so we are in the final round of the game. Round 9, 4-4. We are on defense. I think it's a perfect end to this video and everything that I've kind of been talking about. So I'm going to go mute again. Actually, okay, he's going to go ban. That's fine. So I'm going to go mute. They've been using their drones a bunch, getting a bunch of intel. So I'm going to try my best to kind of limit that as much as I can with the mute jammers. But again, we have the bandit, we have the tuberos, so we should be able to help, or that should help a bunch when it comes to like actually stopping them from getting those walls. Alright, that should be fine. Gonna put this one here. Stop this drone hole. I'm actually gonna mute this drone hole this time around and not the main one that I got last time. So that'll grab that one. Let me put this here. There we go. That should help a bunch. So now we have that set up for C4s. I'll grab the other one here. I am getting some signal disruptors, so I would love to get those drones, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to. Open that up. So now all those are prepped for C4s. Open this up a little bit more. Just so you have more of a range that you can put it. Oh, there's one drone. So that works. Is the other one there? I'm actually going to move this mute jammer because it can easily be gotten by Twitch. So I'm going to move that a little bit. Move it here. And I just got another one. So it's somewhere in that hallway. The mute jammer. So they're gonna get that open. It's unfortunate. I'm gonna go over it. I'm dead. That was stupid immediately. I was hoping to get on that box and kind of just rat in the corner. I was in a bad spot either way, and I get lasered. Just unfortunate. We'll see if the teammates can do anything. I kind of wanted to go bandit there just so I could bandit trick. I kind of knew that's where you're going to go. I don't know why Tubero didn't throw anything, but it is what it is, right? You're trusting your teammates to do the right thing. They're not always going to do that. All right. Again, I made a dumb play too by running, but we'll see if the team can pull it out, and I'll skip to the end for you guys. And we were able to pull out that win, so nice little victory for us. Victory by, they did surrender, but it was a 3v1, so they kind of just realized, hey, we're not going to win this one. But yeah, guys, that's the whole point of this video, was basically me just telling you have a plan, know how you want to set up, right? Don't be wasteful of time. Kind of like what I was saying with the droning, right? Time is so important to Siege. You do not want to waste the time that game set up site or whatever it may be. Okay, guys? So have a plan, know what you want to do, get it done. And remember, if you're a frag op, if you're vigil, if you're doc, you still got to set up site, guys. All right? Don't just run around shooting at stuff with your SMG-11 or SMG-12. Set up site. Set up site. Either way, guys, I will see you for the next video. episode 3. That should come out probably in about a week or so. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. If you are, please like, comment, and subscribe. I stream a lot as well, so make sure to tune in for those, and I will see you guys next time.